I'm PK along with Dr. Nathan Unruh for SIDECAR. Today, Dr. Nathan Unruh and I are going to talk about what it takes to succeed. This is simple, right?
Oh, yes. Just the magic bullet. Just tell me the one thing that's going to make me successful. Well, here's 10 things.
Okay.
So let's go through 10 things. Number 1, take responsibility. Stop blaming. And please stop your whining.
What do you mean?
So this is a big deal, and we got to listen to our language. So number 1, I love the SIDECAR's accountability ladder. Go into the SIDECAR vault and look at the accountability ladder. Listen to your language. Too many times we operate on number 4 on that accountability ladder, which is tell me what to do. You did this, and start pointing fingers. Versus operating above that line, which operating above the line of the accountability ladder is all about taking responsibility.
That's called being a leader too, I bet.
That's right. Acknowledge your reality. Own it. Solve it and do it. So number 1, take responsibility. Please stop blaming. Oh, and stop your whining. Number 2, focus on the life you want, not the life you want to avoid. So what do you want, right? Are you avoiding making decisions you know you need to make?
Maybe sometimes it seems like it's too big of a dream.
PK, I think that's fair, but why do you think it's too big? What would cause you to feel that way?
It's probably
Fear?
Fear of the unknown.
Fear?
Mm-hmm.
So I love
Fear you might succeed.
So when you feel that anxiousness, I love what Mel Robbins talks about in the book, The 5-Second Rule. When you feel that anxiousness of maybe it's the fear of whatever that may be, you know what? Channel that as excitement versus anxious. So the minute you feel anxiety or worry, say, oh, I like this feeling. This is more, turn it into excitement, which then requires you to take action. So the 5-second rule, read that book. Listen to her TED Talk. It's an amazing concept and a very simple concept. Number 3 is one of my favorite. Tolerate nothing.
Explain that one. Does that mean you're really short-tempered and crabby at everybody?
Sometimes.
Just wondering.
Tolerate nothing is you get what you tolerate. If you tolerate poor performance, you're going to get poor performance. If you tolerate each other on your team right now to not call each other on your code of honor and be willing to be called on the code of honor, that's what you're going to get. That's what it means by tolerate nothing. If we tolerate not focusing on the fundamentals that we teach you within SIDECAR, you're going to get exactly what you tolerate. So tolerate nothing when it comes to your ability to provide great patient care and your ability to really focus on the life that you want. The next one, love more, serve more. Too many times we are such a me type of society. I'll do this if I get this.
What's in it for me?
Mm-hmm. And I love the example of love more, serve more. I think the best example is Jesus. When he walked into the room with the 12 disciples, and the first thing he did is wash their feet. He didn't have to wash their feet, but that was an example of love more, serve more. And I think we can have to come with the same thing. How can I give more versus take more? Because you're always in a better spot when you give more. And if you give and be always in a giving mindset, I think Zig Ziglar said that was the quote of, in order to get what you want, helping other people get what they want. That's love more, serve more. The next one, make more mistakes. Quit trying to be so perfect.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. But here's the reality. 100% perfect and stuck in your head gets you nowhere. Just take action. Take action. The next one, stretch to grow. Let me go back. When you look at making mistakes, you got to take a look at what's the worst thing that could really happen. The mistakes that we're worried about making, are we worried about fear? Are we worried about embarrassment? What are you worried about? Most of the things that we're worried about when we're making a mistake, they're not even there. They haven't even happened. So you got to be willing to make some mistakes. And then when you make a mistake, you learn from the mistake and you adapt. And you keep punching and you keep getting up. So the next one, stretch to grow. You can always do better. Always find ways, and you hear me say this a lot. How are you going to tighten the screws? How are you going to make things a little better? How are you going to look at your 1-minute principle and say, we're going to make these patient experiences just a little bit better? How can I be a better communicator? How can I do better when I'm working on my own physical fitness and my own mindset and learning more? So stretch yourself to grow. You can always do better. Next one, get fit and stay fit, both physically and mentally. Doctor, if you want to serve better and you want to serve more people and have a larger impact, I'm telling you, you got to get fit. If you're serving 50 people a day, it takes a different level of physical fitness to serve 100 people or 200 people a week or whatever your number is. You have to get fit and get ready. It helps keep your mind clear. Also, what are you putting in your mind? Who are the people you're hanging around with? You got to make sure you're getting physically and mentally fit. The next principle, keep your word. Do what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, and how you said you would do it. And lastly, pray as if it all depends on God, but work as it all depends on you. That talks about the hustle muscle. You got to hustle, hustle, hustle. And you got to really be practical with yourself. How hard are you willing to work? Are you going to get up earlier? You going to stay up later? What are you reading? What's your hustle look like? Every one of us has a different level of hustle. My hustle's different than maybe your hustle. But I'm going to tell you right now, whatever your hustle is going to develop your results. So who are you hanging around with? Who are the people that are the influencers in your life? What are you reading? What do you put in your head? And then more importantly, can you shut off? How about the TV? How about some of the Facebook and the emails and all those things that aren't helping? And then you know what? Are you doing the training? Are you in SIDECAR Overdrive every day doing 4 chapters? Because keep in mind, training is not something you did, it's something you do. And that's how you sharpen the saw.